guy in the room next to me, he set his alarms 1.5 hours earlier than I had set my alarms, and he kept them going. Like for 10 minutes straight, he would be coughing, and his alarm would be going off, and it was like a very like dee 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 dee, like very high pitched. It was so annoying. Good morning, everybody. Another day, another wonderful, another day of sunshine. It's a little bit foggy today, but that's okay. I still got that table to clean up, yeah. Ugh. I'm feeling a little tired, but I'm you know, I got some milk, I got some eggs to eat. Yeah, life is good. But man, sleeping on the ground is definitely an experience. I mean, there's not much more that I can say. That this place that I set my tent up is very, very hard ground. So I'm like tossing and turning all night. It's yeah. Well, let's go to the next day. It's already the 4th day, I think. It's already the 4th day. Jesus, time goes fast. Cool. It's so foggy. I mean, look at that tree in the distance. You can't even see it. Jeez. Oh, wait, it's there. Yeah. Look at that. That's so far away. Look at the sun rays. Oh my God. Day number 4 of me walking towards the Netherlands. It's not gonna be easy. The sleeping opportunities kind of get quite a bit worse at the border, and I mean I'm feeling a lot better today. Like I'm walking I think twice as fast as I was 2 days ago. My muscle aches have almost completely cleared up. But yeah. So a piece of advice that my father told me before I left was, if you're gonna walk along a road that doesn't have a footpath next to it, try to walk on the left side of the road. That way you can always see if there's a car ahead of you coming towards you. If you're walking on the right side of the road, you don't know if there are gonna be cars behind you, and you're not always going to hear them, and they might not always see you and avoid you. So if you can see the car in front of you, you can judge if they will hit you or not, and so you can jump to the side to avoid them if not. It does feel kind of awkward though to just be like looking at people as they drive around you like, hey, hello. But I guess that's just a side product of trying to be safe. And look at these blue plants. It's all fairly beautiful here. Got dropped in a good location. Oh, see, there's a car coming. I would have heard it, but I see he's taking a massive swerve around me. That is, maybe they're intimidated because I'm walking with a camera. That would be so funny. Like, oh God, they have a camera. Yeah. Just gonna keep walking for I think another kilometer. Maybe 2. There should be a town far at the end of the road here that I can go buy some food at. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's where, that direction is where I'm going. Okay, see ya. You know, the amount of people that have just been very kind is kind of surprising with how afraid everyone was of me going on this adventure. Like, I just walked past a guy, a man doing gardening. So I just walked past a man doing gardening, and he graciously gave me some extra water. I asked if he could refill my bottles, and he said, yeah, sure. And then he walked me to the sink, and I could get some water. Like, why everyone is so kind? That is such a weird. It's not a weird thing, but like unexpected. I thought that there would be a lot more people saying like, nah, I prefer not. No. Also, he had a very impressive garden. Like, damn, that was pretty cool. Also, a very kind dog. Blind, I think. I don't know. Usually dogs bark at me when I walk past the house, and that dog was like, yeah, I'm chill. Just give me some food. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Look at this. Look at this. Is that a goat? That might be a goat. God, my hands are so jittery. Okay. Look at this place. The sun is shining. The roads are clear. The grass is growing finer. And I feel like... can't think of a rhyme. I'm singing a lot of songs when walking. It feels very therapeutic. Actually, I wanna... God, this is gonna be so awkward. I'm gonna sing the song from Hamilton. Actually, I've been singing them the whole time. You just don't know. I've been singing like the entire album repeatedly. History has its eyes on you, motherfucker, my friend. And that is just one part of life. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not that bad of a person. The cringy covers are not coming back. Well, maybe. God, it would be fun to just sing carelessly again. Another town. Another... Well, it was a fairly short but very intensive walk. But okay, yeah, sure. Look at the sun. Wow. So, good news and bad news. Good news. Okay, let's start with the bad news. Bad news, I accidentally paid way too much for donuts because I read the prices incorrectly. Good news, I have a ton of donuts. I also got this banana flavored pudding because I am a sucker for banana flavored drinks. Talking about banana flavored drinks, that I'm a kind of... This one kind of sucks because the lid broke open as she was scanning it at the counter. So I have to like carry it over to another bottle because that's gonna leak all throughout my backpack. Anyway, not the best spending of my time. In case you're wondering, yes, I did buy something healthy. I got some pears. You see, I'm putting a lot of value in health. These are not the only donuts. There's another pack. But okay, I can work with this. I'm gonna eat and continue going. Yeah. I have a foreboding sense that tonight is probably gonna be one of the more difficult nights. Because currently there are very few actual sleeping places for me to go. It's illegal to camp publicly in Belgium. And I don't know. This is gonna be... Like, I have safeties, but I don't know how long. I might have to take some risks. So yeah, that's fun. That's a very fun feeling, isn't it? Yeah, let's take some risk. You know, life is great. I love my life. Like, not sarcastically. This is a pretty cool adventure. I like this, but I am so horribly scared and out of my comfort zone. Okay, bye. And here you see the great duck, carefully removing any blemishes on his feathers, cleaning himself thoroughly in the wild. Here you see a group of ducks. Wait, here you see a group of ducks chilling in the water underneath their bodies. They do not know that there is a predator on the hunt. Because those people over there are playing with a plastic boat in the water. Can I get the plastic boat? Oh my god, it's going so fast. Just look at that. It's heading for its next target. The ducks do not stand a chance. Look at them, quivering in fear and dismay of what this grave danger may bring to them. Look at them. Their entire life is of pain and distrust, afraid of the future they will once have, or not have anymore. So, whenever you are outside playing with your plastic speedboat, just remember that these ducks are fearing for their lives right now. Look at him. He thinks he's not going to survive this day. Look at them. Look them in the eyes. They think they're gonna die. This is all because of you. Because of your actions. So own up to it. They did not have to die for this. You and your plastic speedboat. Impossible.
By this point, I was getting very demoralized. The prolonged loneliness was taking its toll, my left foot was hurting more than it should, I was scared to contact places to camp out of fear that I couldn't make it to them on time and that I would disappoint them. I was starting to panic, so I called up my dad and asked what I could do to progress. There were a couple of hotels in the area, so my dad told me to go there to freshen up and prepare for the rest of my journey, and so I did.
Good morning. Well, that was a weird night in the hotel. But I managed to charge everything. I'm gonna go do the dishes and gonna get ready for another day. Yeah. And the day begins. I went on a little side path from the road because there was a guy pissing on the road. But hey, you know, it's a new day. Day number 5, I think. And it's gonna be great. You know, I'm all freshened up. There is, did all the dishwashing, did all the regular washing. Everything is good. And so, it's time to continue on the journey to the Netherlands. I still don't know what I'm gonna call this. It's time to go outside. What is the name? I don't even know anymore. But there's gonna be some cool stuff today, I hope, because we're going to the mythical city of Bruges, which is famous for its bridges, because the name literally means bridges, and it does have a lot of bridges. But it is considered one of the most beautiful cities in Europe, probably also one of the worst to live in, because I think even for just like a piece of chipped paint on your wall, you could get a fine or something, because if you have the reputation of being a tourist city, the city council is gonna make sure that every house looks damn fine. But that's where we're going, hopefully. I didn't really think of where this path would be leading, so I have no clue where I'm going right now, but I think it's in the correct direction. Yay! There's not much more that I can say right now. Kind of awkward, isn't it? Okay, I don't know about you, but don't you think this road is looking kind of fruity? Just a little bit? How about that one? That one is also looking a little fruity, isn't it? I guess I'm gay now. I'm joking. Kind of. I mean, there is a complexity behind it, but we'll talk about it. That hill in the distance, that's looking rather vertiginous, isn't it? Oh, yes, I watch Geo Wizards, of course, yes. And take a look at the bike trail. Cool. I'm trying to find my way to the other side of that highway. Imagine, like, chilling, biking here with the calm, peaceful sound of an incredibly busy highway right next to you. Calming, incredible. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess, but that is an extremely vertiginous mountain. Oh my god. That is probably the largest mountain in this entire province. And that's the West Flanders is incredibly flat, which means it's very easy to make infrastructure and also great tank access for Germany. But yeah, it's looking like a pretty nice day. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the plan for the day. I'm gonna go to a bakery. I just looked up some bakeries in the area and I found a couple towards where I want to go to. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm absolutely gonna get something that's not gonna be good for my health, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The day is young. The day is fresh. We still have a lot of distance to cover. So yeah, let's keep going. I'll talk to you in a bit. What a lovely view of the highway in the distance and a road in front of that. Just chilling on the grass, enjoying the sights. You know, sometimes life can be fairly beautiful. I don't think this is sometimes. I think this is, you know, a little bit too much car infrastructure. But aside from that, you know, you got the typical staples of nature. You got the electricity poles. You got the lighting poles. You got the cars. Yeah. But there's some nature over there. And over there. That looks pretty nice, actually. I like nature. I don't know why. Just, you know, just green puffs in the distance. And it's like, yes, I like that. I don't know why. Feels calming in a way. I don't know. You know, the more I walk, the more illegal it feels. I hope I'm allowed to be here. I'm not walking on that's the bicycle path. I'm not walking there because I don't know if there's someone bicycling behind me. So I'm walking in the gutter. I don't know what I'm doing. But look at that view. Wow, that's nothing special. But, man. Oh, we're nearly at the bridge part there. I think that's gonna be a lovely view. I'm gonna show you it once we're there. Now look at that. No, don't worry, I got you, you're safe. Hey, look, there's a glove. Yeah. I think I might have found myself in an even richer part of the country. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's like very nice architecture. And then, that one is a little weird. That one's a little bit... And then this one looks like the roof fell in. I hope they're okay. That looks unhealthy. I like it. And here's a car wash. You know, ironically enough, the one day that I sleep at a hotel might be like one of the worst sleep nights of the entire journey. Now, not because the sleeping experience was bad necessarily, but because the guy in the room next to me, he set his alarms 1.5 hours earlier than I had set my alarms, and he kept them going. Like for 10 minutes straight, he would be coughing, and his alarm would be going off, and it was like a very like dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee. It was very high pitched. It was so annoying. Aside from that, the hotel experience was pretty nice. But, gee, if you're in a hotel, don't, at least turn off your alarm. Like, Jesus. I'm complaining too much. I mean, for the rest, it was pretty alright. Yeah. Okay, so how funny do you think it would be if I went back home with a bird? Like, surprise! I think I would get kicked out of the house. Just taking a rest pause now. Now, that house looks gorgeous. That house looks really good. I mean, it's a little bit, it's very white, but the accents, the pinkish accents on the door, the orange roofing, it kind of does, it brings it all together. The black balcony, the contrast looks really good. I like this, but I feel like there's something off about it. Maybe it's the really thin window at the top. But maybe that should be like a circular window. I like circular windows. They feel more symmetrical. They feel less creepy. Anyway, that's a tree. This is also a house. And that is a Citroen car salesman shop. Ooh. Fast deliverable. Oh my god. The best-selling car in Belgium 2020, 2021, 2022. I mean, that's a few years ago, but you can still brag about that, I guess. I don't know what that says. There's not much more to say. Well, I mean, this car looks pretty funky. I like the red line. The red line adds a lot of personality. Also in the tires, you can see a little bit of red. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. My feet are killing me. They hurt so much. These shoes were not made for walking this amount of distance, I think. Their soles have been slowly ripping off. Like I will find little pieces of shoe within my shoe from walking. I'm curious if they will last until the end of this. Anyway, I'm currently at Deleuze, and yeah, I might go and buy something. I might not. I don't know. There should be more benches along the main road. Like there are not enough benches in this area. Look at how good the zoom is on this thing. That's like a pretty crisp quality. That is pretty good. Do you remember that one time when it got exposed that Samsung phones were like using AI to edit moon pictures to make it look like the moon was higher quality, and it got proven wrong because someone took a photo of like a literal white circle he cut out, and the phone thought it was the moon, so it added the moon on top of a white circle. That was pretty funny. Be careful, there are cyclists around. They'll beat you up and take your money. Yeah, those cyclists are no joke. Oscar. Hey, a bit of a trigger warning. There's a dead squirrel, I think. I don't know if he's dead. I mean, he's not moving. I think he got hit by a car. Rest in peace, little squirrel. Rest in peace. Now, I originally pulled my camera out for a sign recording because in the distance there's a yellow sign. Can you see it? No, that's the worst camera angle I've ever produced. Where am I even looking at? Okay, okay, there it is. Saint Andreas, Bruges, or how we say it in Dutch, Brugge, which means bridges, because this place has a lot of bridges. Anyway, that dead squirrel was a bit of a shock. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I said, wow, okay. So I was planning to just continue walking down this road, but then I looked this direction, and that sign says, "Welcome to the something something forest." Welcome to the forest. Incredible name. Anyway, it's been a while since I've just been around trees, so you know what? I'm gonna go there. Once I find a moment when there aren't cars. Okay, bye. Something I've started doing as a bit of a funny joke is whenever I just kind of aim the camera at a road, and I'm not recording, but I want to see how much the cars slow down when they see someone with a camera recording them. I find it funny. This is probably like, is this a red flag? It's pretty hilarious. I don't know where this forest goes towards, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I should look on Google Earth actually. Give me a sec. Yes. We're getting closer to the city. So I'm sitting here on this road, just calmly resting, and it turns out the schools have gone out, so a ton of students on bicycles have driven past, and it is insane at the amount of them that make the exact same joke about giving me money. Like, do I really look like I clearly have a massive backpack with stuff. Do people just think that resting on the ground means you're poor? This is fascinating. Why am I so zoomed in on the trees? Okay. Oh, it is weird. Actually, I took the camera away for a second, but I want to continue that thought. I have thought it myself of like, how much do I look like a homeless person? Like, a lot of people must look at me and think like, oh, if I get too close, they're gonna ask for money, which I think is very funny. So that is a very funny observation, personally. I'm currently aiming the camera up because there are a lot of people with bicycles driving past, and I don't want to record them. I think that's kind of awkward. Man, life is weird. Like, just it's fascinating how you can behave so differently based on the environment around you. Okay, that's the thought. Bye. I'm noticing a shockingly lack of benches. A shocking lack of benches. It's probably everyone is cozy in their big, incredibly cool houses. It's like, yeah, why would you go into this wide street and expect there to be a bench anywhere? So like, oh my god, I feel like my left foot is about to fall off. Like, oh. Is that a bench in the distance? I don't know. I think that's just a fence. Oh my god, okay. I'll see you when I have an update. I might just go and sit against a tree, I don't know. Remember 5 days ago that I was like in the middle of nowhere? Just think of the contrast between now and then. It's kind of wild from my perspective. I mean, you would think like, yeah, of course, logically a city is a city and the countryside is the countryside, but I walked and I saw an ever slowly increasing transition from like almost nobody living to an incredibly living area. So many cars and so many cyclists. It is wild just how much changed after just, I mean, I think I walked like 40 something kilometers by this point. I don't know if that's a lot. Probably for someone who doesn't do this often. Yeah, for a beginner that's a lot. I'll just say that. I'm gonna go to the supermarket now, buy myself some canned food, because tomorrow is gonna be a rainy day. So enjoy this while it lasts. You've just witnessed 5 days of a sunny sky in Belgium. You do not appreciate how rare that is. And in the next coming days, we're gonna figure out just how miserable this is gonna be with rain. Because my left foot is dying, and the Netherlands is getting closer inside, but it's still a far distance away. This is one of the ancient bridges of Bruges. And this is a not so ancient bridge to get past it. So we're not gonna be going through that. My feet are so broken. I think, oh my god. Oh look, there's yeah, water. Okay, bye. I'm gonna stop recording.